Well, hi there guys, it's Shannon from Audio Energy once again, and this week we're going to be doing a review, and I haven't done a review for a long time, so if you want to know what it is, stick around, keep watching, and we're going to get into it now. Cheers. Okay, so today's review is on some plugins, and I've wanted to do some stuff on plugins for a little while, so I haven't really done a lot, but this is a review today, and I've done reviews on some other plugins before. I think I've done East-West, which are fantastic, really good. I've done review plugins on Slate Tools, and I think there was another one to do with keyboards, which I think was MIDI something 3. So this one I'm doing is a new version of plugins. They've been around for a little while. They're quite well known for their orchestral ones, which is called Requiem. It's about a $500 pack, but it's pretty expensive. But there's some other ways that you can get some good sounds and get them cheap, or cheaper. So this one here is called. I'll just start my film screen here. Here we are. This one is called 8Dio, and you can just see here, I'll switch over to screen, and you can see 8Dio. So we're going to go onto this one. These are really, really top quality plugins. They have everything from strings to a whole lot of different, what would you say, maybe EQ and things like that. They have a whole lot of different instruments. They have some vocals and singing and things like that. So I'll just go up to instruments here, and here's our list of instruments. You have ambiances. Some of these lap over into you'll see the same product come up a few times, but that's all right. You have basses, and that covers electric basses to orchestral basses and things like that. They have their best sellers, blend instruments, which is very interesting. I can show you that later. Brass, bundles and collections, and there's one in there I'm going to show you as well. Choirs, custom instruments, there's one or two really good ones in there, drum kits, electronica, and so on. There's plenty. Solo voices, I'm going to show you one that I'm looking at as well. So, why 8Dio? Well, like East-West, they have fantastic sound quality. I actually think, and I've been comparing these for a little while because I'm deciding which way I want to sort of spend some money here. Don't have a lot to spend on a very small budget, so I'm trying to make up my mind the best way that's kind of useful. And the reason I do this is to help you guys as well, because I know we're all sort of don't have a lot of money to share around and things on this sort of stuff. So, look, at the end of the day, I'm trying to find stuff that I like, that I think works really well, and that could probably suit your needs as well. And 8Dio got some good packs. Now, the downside to 8Dio is that they don't actually have a subscription service where you can get access to a lot more on a really good value. Slate Tools, they do have a subscription service, and at the moment it's really cheap. It's $14.99 US a month. So it works out, for me, it's being Australian dollars, it's about $20 a month. So it works out $5 a week. It's nothing. I can afford that. If I included the East-West in there as well, they're $29 a month American dollar. If I bring it to Australian, it's about 40. So all up, if I had both of those, I'd be paying about $60 a month. So that's about $30 a fortnight or $15 a week, Australian dollars. So that's actually, and it probably kind of work out similar to that in American dollars, be a little cheaper. So wherever you are around the world and where you're watching from, it's a pretty cheap plan that you can do using East-West and Slate, and you're going to get like 99% of VSTs and things and plugins and everything covered, right? However, 8Dio, they have some great bundles, they have some great instruments, and I think these guys really make things sound even better. They seem a little bit newer, they seem fresher, they've done work on, and been used for work in films such as Interstellar and a few others. I think it's on their main website. Let's go to the main website just to have a look here for a minute. I'm not sure. Let's have a look at Vanity. I think it might be under Vanity. Okay, so here's some of the work they've done. Spectre, Arrival, The Furious 7, Star Wars, Force Awakens, Interstellar, Avatar, and things like that. Plenty of movies here that they've been used on. This kind of instruments has been used on. Now, here's a little trick. Whether this stuff was actually used directly into the film, I don't know. What usually happens, especially on these big productions, is that a lot of the audio engineers and the composers will use this software to create the composition. Then they'll use a program like Sibelius by Pro Tools or some other kind of music writing software, and they'll have everything written out, and they can plan it and create things very easily, and then they go to a real choir and record it in a really good studio. Okay, so what you're hearing in the cinema is actually done by real orchestras and stuff, probably 80 to 90% of the time. Okay, so most of this software is used to write this stuff, but they don't actually put it in. However, it is that good, it could easily be used in the production itself. Okay, so I'm going to take you to some instruments now, so I don't have to keep talking and you have to listen to poor old me keep blabbering on. I'm going to show you, let's go to custom instruments, okay? Excuse me. Now, they've put in a bunch of their different stuff, okay? And you can actually just go over this and you can have a listen to one or two of the music pieces, or you can click on the actual product and it'll take you there, okay? They actually get some of their subscribers and people involved in the actual production. I'm going to show you one of those that they've done. I'll go to number 3 maybe, page 3 I think it's on. Okay, Free Angels, $49, and this is what you get, okay? There's ethereal plucked instruments, fluffy, angelic ambiences. It actually sounds really cool. It just gives you an idea. And then you got the video down here, and this is the interface behind it. So have a look at that video. Have a look at videos on a lot of their products, man. It's really amazing. The sound quality is just fantastic. It's really, really fantastic. Free Radicals is kind of a darker noise kind of thing. They do a lot of weird noises and things. Let's go back to instruments again. The one I'm actually looking at, because I'm planning a project and I'm going to be approaching somebody about a particular project I'd like to do for them. So if they have an interest, I'm going to get this one. I'm going to mock up just a bit of a preview for the person I'm looking at approaching. And this one is basically a lady's voice, and she sings Gaelic, Celtic, or Celtic, Scottish, Welsh phrases and Irish phrases. 1.4 gig hard drive space needed to get this down. It's a download product. You've got harp and whisper. There's also a little bit of ambient backing on those tracks as well. So really beautiful voices, really amazing stuff. $99 Australian, it's about 120. I think it's really worthwhile especially for the project I'm looking at doing as well. So you hear this, it's kind of got that Lord of the Rings kind of, maybe even Game of Thrones a little bit kind of sound to it. Great quality. It is recorded in 44.1 at 24-bit. Okay, I was hoping it would be 48, but it's not overly important because most things are reduced down to that anyway. But yeah, I would have preferred it be in 48.24 rather than 44.124, but never mind. So it gives you a description there. Another fantastic product that I'd like to get personally. They do a bundle with these two in them. This package here, pretty big, 53 gig. 10 to 12 microphone positions, 4 pianos, 7 guitar, 5 harps, 5 cymbals, 5 marimbas, 5 xylophones, glockenspiels, tubular bells, wind chimes, and A1 ensembles? I don't know. Glockenspiels and so forth. So plenty there, but they don't have the big drums. So the only downside to 8DO is that you really have to get each segment that you want, whereas East-West, you buy the whole package, $30 a month, you get everything. And one other good one here is the Woodwind Ethnics. Okay, so you got Didgeridoo, $49. You got Spirit Flute, which is pretty cool. It's that Native American flute. $29. So it gives you a bit of an example on that one. You've got a slide flute, you've got your piccolo, things like that. Now I already have, as you probably know, I already have Spitfire orchestral stuff, and for me that's just fantastic. I don't need a lot of it. But the orchestral stuff they have here is fantastic. Technically I don't really need it, and that's why I'm still deciding whether I'm going to go to East West and get the pack. It's a great opportunity, but I'd like to buy the hard drive that comes with it and then do the subscription. You can actually do that. So you get the hard drive with everything on it, and it's $119 at East West Quantum Leap, and then you pay the $30 subscription, and you can just run it that way. So look, but 8DO, these guys do absolutely beautiful recordings, absolutely fantastic products. Sound great. The prices are a little high sometimes, but you know, you're really getting some fantastic stuff. They really got a lot of instruments covered. They got great electronica stuff. I'll show you the electronica stuff. Your house. They got some Groove Edition, Deep House. They had dubstep, and I think they had a they got trap as well. I'll find the trap. Here's a trap. So that's some traps. So here's some dub stuff. The dub stuff's really cool. I love dubstep. I think it's great. They got Electro House. So that's pretty cool. Progressive House or Prog House. That's pretty cool. So there you go, and Animalics is pretty cool. So that's pretty cool. They also have a tri-pack here. This is completely free. You can download it, but you can't use it for any of the productions that you're doing. It's just mainly for you to try out and have a look at. The other thing is, I'll cut this short soon because I'm getting a bit long. The pianos down here sound really great. Orchestral stuff's great, but they do have blend instruments. I'll try and find the blend instrument series. Okay, yeah. This is kind of weird, this one. What they've done is blend a whole lot of different ideas and things into one. So this is great for theatre work, cinematic pulse. You know, it's great for video stuff, film stuff, especially cinematic kind of background sounds, environment, atmosphere, especially intros and that sort of thing as well. Now, I don't know if those voices actually come with it, so let's have a look. 10,000 lines of custom code, cinematic pulse tools. These are all, oh, by the way, these are all for Contact, okay? They all come suitable for Contact if you have Contact. So you need Contact 5.5 player to run these, okay? And you'll see this down here. So there's Contact if you recognize that, okay? AAX, that's for Pro Tools. They got AU. I'm not sure AU should be used in Ableton as well. I'm pretty sure. What else do we have in there? Instant front face effects, instant sample effects, randomizer. Yeah, so look, check it out, have a look. It's 8do.com. They got on sale stuff, they got a blog. You can listen to their stuff, you can watch their videos, you can even watch their videos on YouTube. Okay, you can find out what specs they have right down the bottom here. So here's your specs on any instrument. And your requirements, so you can get a requirement. Well, full retail version of 5.5 contact, not compatible with the free contact player. Okay, so you need to have the full version of that. So if you have native instruments, you can use these. If you don't have native instruments, you're gonna have to get it. So that's one thing to be aware of. 64-bit compatible on both platforms. Blend instruments also requires 6.7 gig hard drive space. Blah 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 blah. So there you go, 44.1 and 24-bit. That's pretty standard for getting good quality these days. It's able to be played on anything. It always sounds good. It's an NKA file, which is contact. But yeah, this 44.1. It should really be better if it's 48, 24, because if it's going on film, then that's what it's for. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's not overly important. It's not overly important. It just comes out better on the other one. So these are the three that I'm looking at. I'll be getting this one first for a project. I'd like to get that one, but the reason I might hold off on that is because some of the sounds, or a large portion of the sounds in that, come from this. So I think it'd be better to spend that $350 on this and you get some fantastic stuff. So anyway, that's it for today. That's Audio Energy. Having a look at 8do and kind of comparing them against East-West and stuff. I keep putting off East-West. I said I'd probably look at it this year. Still might. So what I'm thinking of, spend $100 on this, then get the acoustic ensemble maybe a little bit later. But I might just get this and then look at the East-West pack, because it really is worthwhile. I just think they're not outdated, but they're starting to get to that point, I think. So you want something that's fresh, innovative, and always ahead of the crowd. There is one other package that's good for vocals and things like that, but I might do a new video on that next week, and I'll blend that with looking at studio monitors, because I want to talk about studio monitors a little bit. And because I'm looking at getting some new studio monitors as well. So I'm basically upgrading my standard so I can start doing some mastering and offer online mastering services or something like that. So my original studio as well that I was looking at upgrading to, I'm having to pull back on that because my daughter come home and she's got her room back. So she might be here for a little while, and then so I've had to postpone the whole studio project. But I got the room painted, so that's one thing. I do have another option to do a studio in a bit more of a completely larger space and have it a lot more dynamically designed for production. So, but that's going to cost a bit of money. I might have to do a project for that, like one of those open source funding projects for that. I'm not sure. At the moment, I'm working with what I've got. Very small budget, but finding the best out of that. And if you have good skills, you can do anything. You really can. You can do anything with the basics, and then just start adding your libraries bit by bit. So if you're working and you're doing work, just put that $50, $40 aside every week, and within 2 months, you can you'll have $400 or $500. You can get a big pack of anything. So it can be done. Focus on that. Have a look at these 8do instruments, 8do.com. Great opportunity, and that's it for today. So please subscribe. Don't forget, if you need any services, I'm fixing up the Audio Energy website over time over the next few weeks, so I can start working in some more services and products and things. I'll be looking at that. I'm just trying to get the best way to do it. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.